Hey guys, can you hear me? Wooderson, welcome to the stream. How are you? Very excited to start our participation on this competition. Gonna display the leaderboard right there. That is the competition on which we're gonna be participating today. As you can see, it is a competition for the biggest willow ptarmigan, woodcock, red crows, black crows, and capercaillie, but we're only gonna count the calls. So it is a calls only competition. Very excited about this one. You know, many of these species are present on both Scotland and Revontuli Coast. So we're gonna look for some Revontuli Coast servers this time. Well, there's only one. Let's try on Scotland. Scotland has 5 different sessions. Hello William, how are you, brother? Nice to see you. Frostbite, welcome to the stream. I'm doing very good, brother. How are you? Happy to see you. Hello Matt, nice to see you, brother. How are you? Goldsweet, how are you, man? Man, it's been a while, eh? I remember you. Yeah, very happy to see you here, and I'm doing good, man. Thank you for asking. Alright, I think we're gonna start on Revontuli Coast because there are 2 servers. We're gonna go to this one, and we're gonna start hunting some willow ptarmigans. Let me hide this. By the way, guys, this competition, like, you can join it whenever you want. We're currently doing it on my Discord server, so I'm gonna share with you the link to my Discord in case you also wanna participate. Just give me a second. Right there, guys. If you wanna join this competition, just go to my Discord, go to the theHunter competition section, and you'll be able to join it whenever you want. It'll conclude on Sunday. Kelly, welcome to the stream. How are you? Hello there. Nice to see you once again, brother. It's been a while. How are you? Mr. View, welcome to the stream. We're currently doing a competition. Once again, look. That competition, that is the leaderboard. It is for the biggest willow ptarmigan, woodcock, red crows, black crows, and capercaillie, but only counting the calls. So it is a calls only competition. Gonna hide this once again. And we're gonna focus on, well, right now we're on this part of the reserve, but we're gonna head down here to focus on the willow ptarmigan. We need big calls, that is a priority. If we happen to come across a diamond as well, that is a bonus, but our priority is to find big calls. Doing very good, Kelly, thank you for asking. Glad to hear you are doing good. Do you have any tips for shooting the upland bears with the shotguns? I mean, it takes practice. So what I would recommend you is to go hunt willow ptarmigans as well, because the flocks are big, and just try to shoot as many as possible. You could also equip the red raptor reflex sight on your shotgun. Here is the scope right here. And you can also customize it inside the settings. You can change the color of the reticle and the shape of the reticle as well. So that scope is very helpful. Definitely easier than aiming with the iron sights. Yeah, Mr. View, getting trolls today would be perfect. Like, getting trolls is the best thing that can happen during a calls only competition. Start a pheasant grind if you are able to. You know, we have a pheasant grind on Hirschfelden that is currently on pause. Well, it's been on pause for like 5 months already. But whenever I decide to restart it, we're just gonna go back to Hirschfelden and continue grinding the pheasants. Because we're still missing that great one. Well, Frostbite, I saw that you joined me, so that's great. This is the server right here, in case anyone wants to join. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions about this competition, feel free to ask me in the comments. But our goal is to get as many participants as possible. Because the more participants, the more fun they are. This is Max Estimate Links right here. Probably gonna chase it, but I also heard a Willow Ptarmigan over here. Did you ever get the Great One board? I never managed to get the Great One board, unfortunately, Mr. Bio. I was grinding for them on Scotland with the feeders, but yeah, never got the Great One, unfortunately. Look, there is some Ptarmigans right there. Bunch of small ones, 3 level 1s. There are probably more. There's another level 1. Let's see, I think there are only 4, which is unfortunate. Not a single big gold. Ooh, hold up. That one, top estimate of 722. Could be good, eh? I think that's gonna make gold, but we'll see. Do you have any tips for Great One Red Deer? Of course, the Aurora grind is the best way to grind for the Great One Red Deer, Kelly. So yeah, I will look for some guides on how to set up on the Aurora for the Red Deer. That would be my best tip. This one is a 664.83. Let's see. The biggest Willow Ptarmigan poster on this competition was a 754 plus, I believe. I can barely see a score right here, but yeah, definitely way bigger than this one. We're gonna need something quite bigger. You should wait video and try to get on the hack server and just see what's there, like Lady Legend did. Yeah, normally that kind of videos do good, but I'm not a huge fan of joining modded servers, to be honest. Not a huge fan of promoting them, because even though, like, we all know it's wrong, like a lot of people are gonna see those videos and they are gonna try to join those servers, like to try to get the trophies. So I feel that by doing that kind of content is like doing them promotion indirectly. That is just my opinion, of course. But yeah, I've always not a fan of doing that kind of videos personally. That is level 1 right there. Just gonna shoot it for practice. We hit her, surprisingly. Sergio, welcome to the stream. Man, it's been a while, nice to see you. Doing very good, how are you? Just joined Hell's multiplayer. Yeah, those servers are absolutely modded for sure. Guys, I think I should have brought the dog, eh? Just to retrieve the birds. Just paying attention to the tracks here, trying to find some max estimates. Mr. Warhawk, how are you, brother? Doing very good. Nice to see you here. Finally doing another competition stream. Yeah, Mr. B, you are so right. Hell servers are the best hack servers out there. No doubt. By the way, guys, we're super close from the release of the upcoming reserve. You know, I would expect to maybe see the first teaser later this month. So I'm excited. What do you think? What do you think the next reserve will be? The competition is still on screen. Yeah, let me disable it right there. Yeah, sorry about that. Do I do her management? It's not necessary, Kelly. Like, her management mainly makes a difference to spawn super rares. That's what her management really works. But when it comes to great ones, you know, some people say it affects the great ones. You know, personally, I think there's a lack of evidence, especially for some species. But yeah, it's completely optional. If you decide to not do her management, you still have a very good chance of spawning a great one, that's for sure. Hello Tiffany, welcome to the stream, how are you? Hey Sergio, thank you very much. Yeah, we finally reached 30,000 subs, eh? Glad to hear you are doing good. Just looking for the tracks right here. We're mainly looking for Willow Ptarmigan at the moment, because as I mentioned earlier, this competition includes the Willow Ptarmigan, but we are only gonna count the golds. So we need a big gold. I think another European map would be nice if Africa 2.0 is not possible. Yeah, I guess it depends on what kind of European map, because, you know, the impression I get is that, you know, if we get another map on Europe, it'll be mostly repeated species. Not sure though, because I'm sure there are still many unique animals that they could include on a European map. But personally, you know, I would prefer somewhere on Asia or South America if we don't happen to get Africa this time. Look, we're gonna shoot this raccoon just for practice. We have the 243 Ranger right here. It is a raccoon duck. Nice hit. Nice to hear you are doing good, Tiffany. I'm also doing good. Happy to see you here. Super Troll Willow would be good for a competition, and if it is big enough, it would be better a sweet trophy, right? Imagine a super rare Willow Ptarmigan. Man, that would be a dream trophy. And I don't care if it is a white, because the whites are fairly common, but yeah, just getting a super rare for my favorite species, that would be sick. I've been trying to hard manage my fallow to make the grind less brutal. Where are you doing the grind, William? I assume on the Aurora. That is a very fun grind. King Crab, welcome to stream. Nice to see you, man. How are you? We're gonna continue heading towards this part of the map right here. Is it true they changed how the red willows look? Unfortunately, yes, Mr. View. Yeah, unfortunately they changed the red willow ptarmigan for a different plumage, which is called the etheristic red, I think it is called. Or just etheristic. So yeah, they unfortunately changed what was one of my favorite rares on this game. And to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of that change, because even though the etheristics are still cool, they are nowhere near as cool as the reds, in my opinion. That's awesome, Mr. Crab. King Crab, I mean. What are you gonna eat this time? Really glad there's a stream, right? Yeah, I'm also happy to be streaming again. You know, unfortunately I haven't been able to stream nearly as often as I would like due to my voice. You know, I need to take care of it. But yeah, I'm just happy that my voice has been doing better recently, and I can still stream occasionally. They should do a map in like Indonesia or something. They could add some of the big pythons and stuff. Right, getting snakes on this game could be interesting. Yeah, not sure of how they would do it though, because yeah, you would expect to be able to hunt the snakes on the trees as well. And so far there's not a single animal that has a tree climbing mechanic, which in my opinion it should be most for the snakes. But man, if they manage to implement that, you know, I think getting snakes could be sick. How about a Texas map? Yeah, a Texas ranch map could be very interesting for sure, Matt. We could see a lot of nice species there. Yeah, honestly, if we happen to get another American map at some point, it has to be Texas. Because any other option would include a lot of repeat species. Sean Costa, welcome to stream, brother. How are you? Yeah, Hunter has a very significant lead at the moment. We're gonna try to reach him. Let's see, I think this ptarmigan is just a solo, unfortunately. And it is also a call, surprisingly even bigger than the last one. But I just heard another over here. Imagine they added fish into the Hunter. You could do fish and animal multi-mounts, and finding a male and northern pike would be sick. Imagine that. Right, Mr. View? Yeah, something like that could be amazing. And especially for all the players that got abandoned after the angler was discontinued. Yeah, I bet all those players would go back to the Hunter and try to get a similar experience. You know, hopefully they'll consider something like that in the future. Adding fish into this game. No signs of any other willow ptarmigan right here. Everglades map with bullfrogs. Yeah, bullfrogs could be very interesting. Yeah, that sounds like an interesting idea, eh? Jeb, welcome to the stream, by the way. Let's see, I heard another ptarmigan over here. Here they are, it is actually flocked. There's a female. That is a level 1. Level 2 female. Come on, I think I saw a third one over there. They are heading towards the open. Hello, Sus. Doing very good, how are you? Thank you for joining the stream. Maybe like a bear catching a salmon multi-mount. Yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, they could do so many multi-mounts with bears and fish. It would have to be like a grizzly bear eating a salmon. By the way, guys, for anyone that is just joining, we're currently doing a competition on my Discord server, which is a competition on which I'm currently participating during this stream. And as you can see on the screen, it is a competition for the biggest goal-scoring willow ptarmigan, woodcock, red grouse, black grouse, and capercaillie combined score. So yeah, goals only. We're only counting the goals, which means that the diamonds won't count. If we happen to come across, let's say, a troll for any of these species, that would be the best thing that could happen to us. The bullfrog great one, imagine. Gonna head over to Salzwiesen to hunt the black grouse. Honestly, Salzwiesen is a really good map to hunt black grouses. Way better than Revontuli in my opinion. Probably gonna give it a try as well. By the way, guys, this is a Max Sesame raccoon dog right here. We're gonna see if it is a level 9. That would be sick. Great to hear, Sus. You spawned your crate and followed here today. That's sick. Well, botched the shot, but still excited. Yeah, it's gonna look exactly the same inside the trophy lodge. Congratulations, brother. That is really, really cool. Let's see if this guy's a level 9. Not sure. By the way, guys, tell me, are you still grinding for the Great One Road here? Or what animals are you grinding at the moment? Let's see, this raccoon dog was resting over there. So I wanna think it is close, right there, mythical. Still gonna shoot it. Why not? Got hit. I'm about 300 kills into a road deer grind, still nothing. Just getting started, Mr. Warhawk. You know, I've been seeing that the road deer grind tends to be like way easier than the others. Just talking about the number of kills it takes to spawn a grade one on average. Based off the experience of a lot of people are having. Look at the size of this guy, by the way. Not too far from being a diamond. But yeah, a lot of people are spawning grade 1 road deers below 1000 kills. So hopefully you can also spawn yours fairly quickly, Mr. Warhawk. That would be sick. That is cool, Tiffany. Yeah, that is a very good way to enjoy the game. Just running and gunning. I mean, that is normally what I like to do as well. That is the way I enjoy playing it the most, for sure. I am 3117 kills into my first road tier grind. That is cool, Jeb. Well, I mean, it's cool that you've gotten so far, but not so cool that it's taking you that long. That's unfortunate. Hopefully respawn soon, man. 1784 kills in. Well, that's nice, Kelly. Could spawn at any moment. Wish you luck. I'm grind follow about 10,000 kills with no grade 1 or super rare. That's insane. Got a level 4 heuristic earlier though. I mean, that's cool still. One of the new rares. What is your favorite of the new rares for the fallow deer, by the way? Just looking for tracks right here. We're currently looking for Willow Ptarmigan. Trying to find a big gold for the competition. This is a Ptarmigan track. Not a max estimate, unfortunately. Let's look at the map. We're gonna head this way, and then we're gonna head down here, because this area tends to be very good. Hopefully there will be at least one max estimator. I'm getting enough money for tripod stands, so I can do my first mildy grind on ASCII Rage. That's cool, Frostbite. You know, I've heard that grind is very fun on ASCII. So wish you luck, I hope you can get enough money soon. Just checking if any of these tracks is big enough. Okay, I hear the Ptarmigans, but I don't see him. Oh, that's crazy, Kelly. You spawned the grade one ready right now. That's insane. What you gonna drop it with? Anywhere Gaming, welcome to stream. How are you, man? Nice to see you. There's a male raccoon dog over there. So these ptarmigans were feeding here, and there were 7? Alright. Just gonna check the tracks. We're looking for a 0.72 to 0.81 kilo track. That is the kind of ptarmigan we wanna find, because those are the ones with a very high chance of being a huge gold. Just checking these tracks. Nothing seems to be big, unfortunately. Hello, Colin. Thank you for joining the stream. How are you? Nice to see you. $1,786 kills into a grind. It wasn't a short grind, but it didn't take you that long, Kelly. Very happy to see. Glad to hear you are doing good anywhere. It's nice to see you on this stream, brother. Finally got a diamond springbok this week, bro. 10 meters away from a diamond scrubher. That's insane. So you got a diamond springbok and a diamond scrubher back to back, pretty much. That's some luck right there, brother. Let me see, guys. I think I've been missing some comments. Just making sure. Okay, we're gonna fast travel to his outpost, check that area for willow ptarmigan. Glad to hear, Colin. Got my last rare I needed in my challenge I did yesterday. Oh, that's nice. What kind of challenge were you doing? By the way, guys, if you wanna join the competition we're currently doing at the moment, which is this one right here, just go to my Discord server. Gonna share the link on the comments of this video, of this stream, I mean, and you can simply go to the theHunter competition sections, go to the weekly submissions, and as soon as you post your submissions there, you'll be counted on the leaderboard. Alright. Yeah, Mr. Warhawk, that was some crazy luck. Let's see. Just trying to spot some ptarmigans here. This moose is quite aggressive, surprisingly. Bro. You know, I don't understand why sometimes they just randomly go aggressive when you don't even get that close. No signs of any ptarmigan right here. To be honest, guys, I may go to Scotland, mainly to look for woodcocks right there, because we also need a really big goal scoring woodcock in order to have a chance to win this competition. There is a level 4 raccoon dog. Did a challenge where I got every rare and diamond all on multiplayer, and I chose Rocky Mountain and Bighorn. Oh, that's sick. So you managed to get every single rare and a diamond for the Rocky Mountain and Bighorn, Colin. Oh, you got a piebald. Oh, that's sick. Man, I've seen the piebalds for the Bighorn and they look amazing. Never got in one, unfortunately. Just join your Discord. I appreciate it, Anywhere Gaming. Hopefully you enjoy the competition if you decide to participate. You know, we normally run these competitions every single week, but I don't stream it. I don't stream them often. You know, I normally stream them whenever we need more participants, and this time I think we are needing more participants just to keep them alive. Sounds great, Colin. Would be nice to see your rares. To see a rares you got. Okay, finally Ptarmigan. It is a male. 744 top estimate. Maybe max estimate. Is it a solo? Yeah, I think it is. Love the competition streams. Glad to hear, Mr. Rahog. This guy is not a max estimate. Yeah, very glad to hear, Mr. Rahog. I think they are fun. You know, I think, like, when it comes to my favorite kind of streams, yeah, the competition streams may be my favorite. Just because they are more in line with my playstyle. 688.37, still not above 700. Could be fun to try on the future. Yeah, anywhere. You know, of course, whenever the new map comes out, we're gonna do another competition. And probably gonna include every single of the new species that week. So yeah, I'm also gonna be streaming that one, and those normally get a lot of participants. Last night a moose charged me for no reason. I was 600 away from her. That's crazy. Yeah, sometimes they just go aggressive out of nowhere. It's strange. The Uncle Ben, welcome to stream. Nice to see you here. We're currently hunting for willow ptarmigans because we are participating on a competition that I'm running on my Discord server. Look, gonna display the leaderboard right here. It is a competition for the biggest call-scoring willow ptarmigan, woodcock, red grouse, black grouse, and capercaillie. We are only counting the calls. What is your favorite crane? That is a good question, William. To be honest, probably my favorite crane has to be the current roe deer crane on Cuatro Colinas, just because of how easy it is. So yeah, that grind is one of the ones I've been enjoying the most, for sure. It's just super simple. We're gonna go check this area down here. But I'm a fast travel to this outpost. I think I got a bit burned out at the Scotland release, unfortunately. That makes sense, Mr. Warhog. Yeah, you probably played a lot of Scotland during those weeks. And I remember we also did a couple competitions there and also streamed them. But yeah, that is understandable. Sounds great anywhere. Is there a max number of people that can join your competitions? There's not a max number of people. You know, the leaderboard currently displays only 20 spots, but in case there are more than 20 participants, we just expand it. And we can expand it as long as we need to. Bert, welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you again, brother. How are you? Been a while. Is max weight for lynx 35 to 45 kilos? That's right, William. That is their max estimate. Going to shoot a great one with the 4570. That is a nice rifle, Kelly. Wish you luck, brother. Make a good shot. What do you all think the next map is gonna be? Yeah, that's a very good question. Personally, I think it's gonna be somewhere on Asia. Somewhere on Asia with some exotic species. Someday there will be competition with 100+ competitors, imagine, Mr. Rahog. Imagine that chaos. Yeah, I think the most competitions we have gotten so far on a competition, the most participants I mean, has been like nearly 40. Look at this flock, guys. Ooh, that is a big female. Hold up. That female was probably max estimate, guys. It had, I think, 775 top estimate, which is very high. So let's see a score. 720.27, alright. Now this is decent right here. Finally 700 plus. Very, very decent kill right here. Not exactly the kind of submission that is gonna make us win the competition, but it is a start. You know, a really big gold would be something above 750, for example. I also want to try to spot the rest of the flock because there were like 5 more. Glad to hear that bird. Just been taking a break from the game, that makes sense. But yeah, currently is a good time to go back to a game because there's a new map coming, we know it. This one is way smaller. There's another Ptarmigan, 653 top estimate. Nothing else. Bro. Let's reload. Might have heard a second, but apparently not. But yeah, we got a really big Ptarmigan. We're still gonna try to find another one. Did we get disconnected? Because I'm not able to claim this one, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we lost connection with the host. So, let's not lose any time here. And let's just go to a different session. You know, I think now we're gonna go to Scotland and we're gonna start focusing on the woodcock. Try to get a big gold. We could go to Scotland, to Salswiesen as well. Let's go to the server. Do you know if there's a fix for mains? I have 2 zones with a diamond. I'm not sure, Sus. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people are having trouble with the consistency of their response. But I'm not sure if they are planning to fix it, to be honest. Hopefully. Because you are definitely not the only one that is having trouble. Let's see. So we're gonna go to the woodcock territory down here. We're gonna start on this outpost. Hello, Young. Nice to see you, brother. Welcome to stream. How are you? Woodcock time. That's right, King Crab. Let's get us a huge level 2 woodcock. For example, this little hill right here tends to have a lot of woodcock. I found so many max estimates around this area. By the way, guys, tomorrow I'm gonna upload another video on the mule deer grind. You know the mule deer grind we've been doing on Parque Fernando? You might have seen the recent videos. So yeah, we're gonna do another video about it and we're gonna be just continue testing the consistency of the response, which honestly has been pretty consistent. The solos continue responding on that on the spawn trap, which is a good sign. And hopefully we'll get to the point where we'll be killing enough mule deer per hour to be able to say it is actually the easiest way to grind a mule deer. We are not too far from that. There's a fallow deer right there. Where on Revontuli are the willow ptarmigan? The Willow Ptarmigan are on the south, William. Like if you divide the map in 3 sections, there's a Bible fallout right there. Makes me doubt if this section is legit, but we're still gonna shoot it, just in case it is actually legit. So yeah, if you divide the map on Revontuli Coast in 3 different sections, the section at the bottom would be the Willow Ptarmigan territory. There's a woodcock over there. Yeah, guys, I'm doubting if this section is legit, because we basically just spawned and there was a Bible fallout here right off the bat. So we'll see. Have you been enjoying that grind? Talking about the mule deer grind on Parque Fernando? Yeah, Mr. Warhog, I think it's been a fun grind. You know, I cannot say it's still, like, good enough to call it a super enjoyable grind, but we're getting there. We hit it. I love Pine Marten, despite them being killing my grandma's chickens. That's crazy. Bro. Alright, it was just a silver, so it doesn't matter. Just looking for max estimates. This map seems to be loaded with zones, because look at this. Whenever I open the map, it takes a second to load the map, which normally happens whenever there are too many zones discovered, and yeah, that seems to be the case right here. Not exactly a good sign when it comes to this map not being modded. $33.24. The last 2 woodcocks were commons. Now we're gonna go claim the Bible fallout here we just shot. It was, I believe, over here. Pretty sure it was over here in the middle of this hunting pressure spot. Should be right here, I believe. Bro. Where is our pivot? Trilingual in, welcome to stream. Thank you very much. Currently doing a hunting for my first grade 1 moose. I just got a super mela goose. That's insane, brother. That's crazy. What did he score? Congrats on the super. Guy in the chat said they are all rare for some reason. That's true. Yeah, unfortunately, this server actually seems to be modded. It was hell server. Is it normal to fill an entire Saseca Safari Lodge of diamond fallout here before a single great one? Damn, you get a diamond every 5 to 20 kills. I mean, that is an amazing diamond rate, even with hair management. So, but it's still, you know, unlucky that you managed to fill an entire Saseca Safari Trophy Lodge before even getting a great one. Definitely unlucky. Not normal at all. Okay, we were on this session, now we're gonna go to this one. Let's see, hopefully this session will be legit. So guys, what do you think of the last video I made? You know, personally, I think New England Mountains is actually the worst map in the game, but I saw a lot of people in the comments defending New England, which is fair. But what do you think? Do you think New England Mountains is actually the worst map in the game? There's another woodcock right here. This track is a female. Not huge though. Park is way worse. Yeah, honestly, if any map could be worse than New England, it has to be either Parque or Mississippi in my opinion. But I really don't think Parque is worse than New England, honestly. Although I'm a bit biased with Parque, because I used to play Parque a lot. Like, at some point Parque Fernando was the only map I used to play. Like, for a period of about 5 or 6 months, like right after the release of Parque Fernando, yeah, Parque Fernando was the only map I used to play, and I got an insane amount of trophies there. It was very popular because of how easy finding diamonds was there. Even ended up getting a melanistic diamond puma, a super rare. Prince Pyrami, thank you very much for remaining as a member of the Pro Clan for 3 months. That's amazing. Thank you very much for the support. Yeah, by the way guys, when it comes to the memberships, you know, I'm gonna start making members only videos. You know, at least 1 or 2 per month. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of the members would like it. You know, they aren't, like, those videos aren't gonna replace the normal videos by any means. It's gonna be a different kind of content. But yeah, it'll be something to give the memberships a plus. Maybe some IRL content as well. Now after the face reveal. Just looking for some woodcocks right here. We are looking for a max estimate. Okay, this is a max estimate right here. That's perfect. Exactly what we're looking for. This is a level 2, okay. 38 top estimate. Gonna be a gold most likely. And yeah, it is definitely the max weight estimate. Perfect. $37.78. Yeah, unfortunately it's tiny. Let me take a look at the leaderboard right here. The biggest woodcock was above 40. Not great. So yeah, we're still far, guys. We're still far, but still gonna take a picture. And I'm also gonna take a picture of my codex right here, just to make sure we can also submit it. Good, good, good. Can you pay for the membership as like an annual payment instead of monthly? I don't think so, William. Not sure if YouTube gives the option to do that, but I don't think so. You would have to check. not the face reveal. Yeah, that face reveal was something, King Crab. Don't you think? I love New England. I hate Hirsch. I mean, that's fair. A lot of people hate Hirschfelden. And I understand. You know, personally I love it. Because it is very nostalgic as well. But yeah, I understand why a lot of people hate it. Okay, there's another woodcock over there. 34 to estimate, not huge. Gold only competitions are super tricky to win, right? Yeah, it's because it's easier to compete on those, so they normally get more participants, and yeah, they are very disputed. You look nothing like what I expected in a positive way. Well, I'm glad to hear, Milan. Bro, do you think you can reach 35,000 by December? Yeah, I think we can definitely reach 35,000 subscribers by December. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, the competition was still on the screen. We didn't kill much, though. We didn't kill much. Look at the badgers. Yeah, I think we can definitely reach 35,000 subscribers by December. Look at that pheasant right there, that is a max estimate. Yeah, King Crab, you like the gameplay? There was another male woodcock. This area is loaded. Nice level 4 fallow there. 34.32. Surprisingly, it wasn't even a gold. Let's see. We're gonna continue heading this way. Just to see if we can find a second max estimate and maybe one that scores above 40. There is a male. The thing with the woodcocks is that only the females are able to get big. Not sure of what is the max score for the males, but yeah, it's definitely below 40. Two pheasants right there. I've got an average black grouse. Going to target the red grouse now. Sounds good, Mr. Warhawk. Yeah, we're probably also gonna go target the red grouse in a moment. Both the red grouse and the capercaillies, as well as the black grouses, because they are all here on this map. We already got a max estimate woodcock. Gonna try to find one bigger, but not gonna spend a lot of time, because I also wanna hunt the other species. Red grouse is dope, right, King Crab? Yeah, the red grouse is a nice looking species, very similar to a willow ptarmigan though. That's why I like him, I will say. And yeah, guys, I know a lot of you would probably prefer me to stream during the morning. Like I was reading some comments earlier. But right now that is only gonna be possible in the weekends. Probably gonna stream way earlier this Saturday. Also playing this competition because it ends on Sunday, I believe. What do you hope the new map is? Frostbite, I would say, you know, of course, what I would love is for it to be Africa 2.0. That is the map I want. But, to be honest, I don't expect Africa 2.0 this time. I think this time we're gonna get a map located in Asia. So yeah, I think we're gonna get an Asian map, maybe South America, somewhere. But I really think it's gonna be somewhere exotic. Definitely with more unique species compared to Scotland, for example. Two warhawks right there. There's a female woodcock. Let's see if we can spot it here. Look at it. Looks so small, it is tiny though. These streams are worth staying up for. Thank you for saying that, Mr. Rahog. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, really enjoy doing these kind of streams. I think they are more chill than the grinding streams. And they are my favorite playstyle, you know. I just like to run around the maps, shooting stuff, doing competitions as well whenever we're participating on a competition. That's also fun. And of course getting to chat with you. That's the best part. I am very close to getting my grade 1 road tier grind fully hair managed. I have 2 grade 1s, 6 level 3 stacked, but the river is a pain. Yeah, I can imagine the Uncle Ben, but you're making some great progress. 2 grade 1 stacked is crazy. Yeah, I bet those level 2s are spawning super quickly right now. An Amazon jungle map would be crazy. Right, William? Yeah, imagine all the species they could add on an Amazon map. Like, we could even see some kind of monkey as well. Maybe snakes. That would be sick. Greater Kuro needs to be on Africa 2.0. I saw one mounted in a local hunting store, and that thing looks epic. Yeah, the Greater Kuro is a nice looking species. You know, I was also looking at how the rares look for them in real life, and I saw a piebald that looked absolutely beautiful. It was like, you know, normal. Most of his body was normal, but the entire belly plus the neck was white. It was like half white, like the bottom was white and the other half was normal. It looked crazy. Nothing remarkable right here. I hope the new map is Arizona or Texas map. Yeah, a Texas map, a Texas range map would be nice. Just because of the number of species they could add there. Where are you hunting for the woodcock? Right here, William. You know, here in Scotland, the woodcock are located only around the south of the map. So only around this area. They should remaster Africa with hyenas. Yeah, imagine if they added hyenas to Borhonga Savannah. Highly doubt they are ever gonna do that, but it would be sick for sure. They are probably gonna wait for Africa 2.0 though. So let's see, we're gonna check this hill because a lot of times I've had luck with the woodcocks on this hill. For some reason, I'm not saying it is better than the rest of the locations, but personally, I've always had luck here. We'll see. African wild dogs would be awesome as well. Yeah, Mr. Rahog. Wild dogs, hyenas, that kind of animals would be sick. There's also this other, I think it's called the caracal. Yeah, that thing also looks amazing. Okay, so there's a woodcock right here. Let's see if it is big. Is there level 2? 35 to best meat. Hey, me Ingram. Welcome to stream. How are you? Hopefully I pronounce your name correctly. Honey badger. Oh yeah, the honey badgers. Those things look amazing as well. You know, I think there's also another species of badger on Asia. Not sure of what the name is, but yeah, I remember we have the European badger, the honey badger, and there was another badger in Asia that is also sick. So what do you think, guys? Should we go hunt some red grouses and black grouses now? Or should we continue looking for woodcocks right here? What would you like to see? Would be cool to get jaguars added to Rancho, but I don't know what region Rancho is based on. I think Rancho del Arroyo is based on... no, let me think. Yeah, it is definitely the north of Mexico. So there are probably no jaguars there. Yeah, it may be something like Chihuahua. Japanese badger. Yeah, I think I know what those look like. I think that is the one I'm remembering. Yeah, the one that is located in Asia. Red grouse. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to hunt red grouse in a moment. Glad to hear you are doing good, Amy. Thank you for joining the stream. Black grouse on South Marshes Park. Yeah, we could go to South Sweden. Alright, we're actually gonna go to the red grouse territory up here. Let's see. Or we could also go to the Capercaillie territory, just try to get a big gold fairly quickly because this place is loaded. But since a lot of people are requesting the red grouse, we're gonna go up here. I want to get rough grouse. I have those here and they need to repay for all the hard attacks they give me. Man, the rough grouse is a nice looking species, honestly. Like, I've been asking for them for a very long time. The rough grouse There's also this one that is called the Sage Grouse. The Sage Grouse is amazing, especially the one that is called Greater Sage Grouse, I think, or Siege Grouse. Yeah, those are majestic looking birds. We already got the Dusky Grouse, so that's good. We also need the... I'm forgetting the name of the other grouse that is quite popular. What would you think of a mountain lion grade one? To be completely honest, William, I wouldn't like it. I just don't like the mountain lions. I think they are very, very annoying, and I wouldn't like to hunt them, but that is just me. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would actually like to grind for one. I love how common quail doesn't exist in the game. Right, there are so many bird species that need to be added in the future. You know, that is the main reason why I didn't like New England Mountains, is because they could have added so many new birds to that map, and they decided to not do any of that. They gave us a damn green-winged teal, which is exactly the same as the Eurasian teal, plus the bobcat, which, again, exactly the same as the Mexican bobcat. Yeah, honestly, guys, as you can notice, whenever I talk about New England Mountains, I get a bit heated, eh? Because they could have added a lot of new birds. Do you hunt in real life? Not at the moment, Frostbite. I would love in the future, though. We're gonna head over to this region, and we'll try to find a big red grouse. We'll see. I don't really enjoy nighttime grinding. Yeah, that is another reason to not want to grind for the Great One Puma, Mr. Warhog. Or Mountain Lion. What are the odds there's a haggis on this map, by the way? Because the haggis, like, it seems to be fairly easy to spawn currently. You literally just spend time playing in the map, and that seems to be enough to spawn it. After completing the second mission, though. So yeah, we are also gonna be paying attention to the hills right here, because who knows? There might be haggis on this map. Lion, puma, jackal, coyote are so goofy and stupid. Predators need a redesign, maybe even a rework. I completely agree, Milan. Yeah, all those species that you just mentioned, like, they all really need a remaster. Especially the jackals. The jackals are just sad. They look so derpy. Are you hoping for any backfills this year? You know, there are a lot of species that I would love to see backfilled in the future, but I wouldn't count on it. You know, I don't expect any backfills this year, to be honest, although of course I would love to see, you know, ptarmigan. I think rock ptarmigan could be on Yukon Valley. That could be nice. Blacktail to Silver Peaks as well, or Yukon Valley could be nice. Grizzly bears to Asky Ridge with a remaster, that would be amazing. Yeah, that is the kind of backfills I would love to see. Just found a max weight estimate red grouse track. That's sick, Mr. Warhog. Hopefully it is a level 3, so it doesn't count for the competition. Yeah, wish you a lot of luck. By the way, guys, for anyone that is just joining, we're currently doing a competition for the biggest willow ptarmigan, woodcock, red grouse, black grouse, and capercaillie you can possibly get, but we're only counting goals during this competition, so diamonds don't count. The best thing you can get during this competition is a troll, pretty much. And of course, if you wanna join it, just go to my Discord server. I just posted a link in the comments right here. Just go to my Discord, go to the theHunter competition section, and we'll count your submissions as soon as you post them. It is as simple as that. The white-tailed deer, the black-tailed deer, and the Rocky Mountain elk need a remaster very bad. I completely agree, Frostbite. Also the Roosevelt elk really needs a remaster, but from all those species, I would say the white-tail is the one that urgently needs to be remastered because they are on so many maps already. That yeah, I think it is time for them to actually look better. What is your favorite map? My favorite map is Revontuli Coast. Elite. Yeah, Revontuli Coast. I also love Hirschfelden. You know, ASCII Ridge is also very nice. But Revontuli Coast takes the first place for me. I just love to be able to hunt so many upland bears. Lost my crown, welcome to the stream. How are you, brother? Thank you for joining us. I want those noisy, hungry, cruel European jackals. Are those the same as the golden jackals? Milan? Because I remember the golden jackals from Way of the Hunter, but maybe it is a different species. That would be cool. I see a red deer. We are looking for red grouses, but there's everything but red grouses here. Just gonna continue working our way towards this part of the map. You know, I would love to see another backfield that I would really love to see that I forgot to mention earlier. Is Hazel Grouse to Hirschfelden as well. I think that could be very good backfield for all the Hirschfelden lovers out there. Yesterday I got 3 diamonds and I was upset. Wanted those goals. Yeah, that's completely fair. I totally understand that feeling. Miki Todo. Yeah, during this competition the last thing you wanna get is diamonds. Like, trolls are the things you wanna get. My favorite is Sundarpatan and then Scotland. Those are 2 very nice maps. I also love Sundarpatan. I forgot to mention it. Mainly because of the snow leopards. I love Hirschfelden. Nice to hear, Frostbite. Very, very nice to hear. Yeah, I think Hirschfelden is honestly really overhated reserve. A lot of people hate on it. Understandably, because, you know, it doesn't have a lot of exclusive species and the terrain is also dense, not easy to hunt. But I think there's something very unique about that map that really makes it different to the rest. It's like the music, you know, just like how many human things there are around the map. It feels like a park, almost. Look, this red grouse, I mean, is kinda big. Oh, I see, lost my crown. So you're on recovery. Man, I hope you recover quickly. Thank you for joining the stream. You may need some rest. Woodcock in New England mountains. Right. I mean, that's the kind of a species that we should have gotten on New England mountains. Like, there are so many birds they could have added there, as I was saying earlier. And they just decided to give us a really mediocre lineup, in my opinion. And yeah, I just get heated whenever I talk about New England. Look at that flock right there. They're all tiny though. That's disappointing. Let's continue working our way towards the hilly area I was talking about earlier. None of the maps have groundhogs. Groundhogs would be nice. You know, I wanna think that we'll see them at some point. Mississippi is a good map. That is a really unpopular take, King Crab, I would say. But I like the gators, for example. I think, at least we gotta give it credit for having gators. That is very unique species. But apart from that, I would say it's very mediocre map as well. I would say it's bottom of the barrel next to New England Mountains and Parque Fernando. But that is just my opinion. The red grouse was a giant, 72.39. Damn, Mr. Rahawk, that was huge. Now I regret sending you luck because that's actually gonna be a very nice submission. Maybe the biggest one so far. Anyone else here disappointed with the 17 HMR? I was expecting something like the 17 HMR from Classic. I haven't tried that weapon on Classic, but still I am disappointed with that weapon because it's no better than any of the similar weapons, to be honest. So yeah, no, not a huge fan. Not something that I would be excited to equip on my loadout. New England Mountains is a good map in my opinion. Yeah, I can see why, Frostbite. It's a beautiful map. I can definitely see why a lot of people like it. Bob White is really good on the map. Hawk is good, Corontel is nice, and Turkey is dope. Yeah, hunting Bob Whites on Mississippi Acres, is really, really fun, I would say. Yeah, whenever I go to Mississippi, hunting the Bob Whites is what I like to do the most, I would say. Hunting them on the cotton fields. Let's see. I'm gonna place a waypoint right here. We're gonna continue heading towards that part of the map. Hopefully we'll find a big red grouse. Just need to take a look at the hills. Looking for flocks. By the way, guys, I just wanna ask you, what is your favorite kind of stream? Do you like grinding streams more than this kind of streams? Or would you prefer watching more casual hunt streams like this one? I'm actually gonna make a poll right here. Look, just give me a second. Gonna make a poll. What kind of stream do you prefer the most? What kind of stream do you like watching the most? The first option is grinding streams. The second option is casual hunting streams. Right there, I'm just making the poll right here. Anything that is not grinding, that's fair. I like them equally, that's also fair at the Uncle Ben. They all have their own advantages. Yeah, the competition streams are very fun. Also the competitions with hills. Yeah, well, see, there's nothing discarded, like when it comes to collabing with Hells in the near future. So 9 votes so far in casual hunting streams is currently winning with 67% of the votes. Let's see. Man, these red grouses are being very elusive, eh? There's a fox. For a second I thought that was bigger, just a level 7 red deer. So yeah, apparently from at least the people that are currently watching the stream, most of you prefer casual hunting, which makes sense because that's the kind of stream we're doing at the moment. But yeah, like, this is just to test the waters, and I'm by no means planning to get rid of the grinding streams. There is a tiny red fox, level 2. There is a level 5. There is a mythical, quite big, 12 to 15 estimate. We're gonna shoot this one just for fun. Also a level 7. We got him good. The level 7 is gone. What map is best for pheasant grinding? Salswisen Park. William. Yeah, Salswisen Park is honestly by far the best map to grind pheasants. And it's like clearly the best. Give me a second, guys. Alright. Is that the 257? This is the 243 Ranger. Lost my crown. Yeah, I just like painted it, and it kinda looks like the 257. I'm curious to see a score of this mythical because he was kinda big. The estimate was promising. It is a... Are you kidding me? We got disconnected, bro. Bro, right after finding the flock of red grouses, we get disconnected. That's a bad joke right here. Look, we're not too far from the nearest outpost, so I'm gonna try to rejoin the session. We're gonna go to a different session this time. Well, we're gonna try to rejoin it, I mean. And if we get disconnected once again, we're gonna go to a different one. It was this one. Hello Lenny, welcome to the stream, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Good timing, right Mr. Warhawk, that disconnection was terrible. Okay, so the hunting pressure is still there, which means the mythical actually died. We're gonna go claim it, and we're also gonna go for that flock of red grouses we saw, because maybe there's a big gold in it. There's a hare over there. So guys, let me know in the comments what is your most recent trophy. You know, my most recent trophy, we got disconnected once again. My most recent trophy was the diamond coyote I got on that New England video. But what about you? So unfortunately we got disconnected once again of that session. We'll have to go to a different one this time. Is max weight for common raccoon 8 to 10 kilograms? That is the max weight estimate for the raccoon dog, William. The max weight estimate for the common raccoon is 10 to 12, I think. This max weight estimate woodcock has vanished. That's unfortunate, Mr. Warhawk. Got a 71.44 red cross. That's crazy, Mickey though. That is a really big level 2. Sounds good, Matt. Thanks for joining the stream. Have a good dinner. Take care. I had a mythical Bible variation 1 stack on Tornashin. That's nice, Milan. So is that the one that is like half white and half red? My most recent trophy was a silver Bible whitetail deer. Nice. Are you grinding for the whitetail, Frostbite? Well, this thing doesn't want to connect to a session. We're still on the loading screen. You know, unfortunately, that means we couldn't connect to a session. So, just gonna wait a few more seconds, and if it doesn't let us leave the loading screen, we'll have to restart the game. Okay, connection timeout. There are barely any options for Tornashin. So we could go to Salzwiesen this time. You know, we could go to Salzwiesen and focus on some black rouses. Unfortunately, there are no options for Salzwiesen open. Let's go to Revontuli. Revontuli, and we're gonna focus on both Capercaillie and black rouse this time. Yeah, 10 to 13, that makes sense, Mr. Warhawk. Most recent trophy is the roe deer grade one, but happier about the speckled 50-50 moose. That's crazy, the Uncle Ben. So what combo did you get for the moose? Did you get the big rack and the typical rack? Hello, Matthew. Thank you very much. I also hope you have a very good day. Thank you for joining the stream. Nice to see you. I see, Milan. The half and half, that is the coolest Bible variation for the red deer. Yeah, so that's even better, Frostbite. Bible whitetail while casual hunting. Definitely better than while grinding them. Ooh, there's a level 5 moose right there. However, is it legit? Because we just joined this session. Bro. We just joined this session. There's a level 5 moose right there. Not a good sign. That guy is in level 4. Level 2 moose as well. Let's take a look at the map. Not a lot of zones discovered. It's not like that means anything necessarily. But level 5 moose right off the bat, that's definitely interesting. Not even sure if he's gonna make it, eh? May troll. There's another level 2 over there. Let's take a look at the dogs. They all look normal, eh? Not a single level 3. Not seeing any level 5 for the geese neither. So maybe that level 5 moose is actually legit? What are the odds? What country are you from? I'm from Mexico, Matthew. Yeah, I'm from Mexico. So yeah, guys, I'm thinking that moose is actually legit. We'll have to shoot it from here. Look. We're gonna shoot it. Or we're gonna shoot first with the 22 Byron right here. Just to make him go alert. That worked. Now let's try to hit the heart with the... I think this is the Perry 308. Bro, don't stop behind the tree. We hit him. Not a hard shot, but I wanna think it was a single long, maybe not. It was a single long. He's going down. Perfect. We're gonna have to go around this little lake right here. Because he's on the other side. Or we could actually use the crossing. That's better. 50-50 grade 1 moves, I mean. Yeah, the Uncle Ben, that's... I was asking if... Like, what combo did you get for the rack? You easily deserve 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you saying that, Frostbite. Really glad you think the content is that good. What time should I set it on Salswisen to find my pheasant zones? I mean, you could use any of their feed times. William, you could use the 8 to 11 feed time. So you could start by setting the time to like 9 or 10. Or the 11 to 14 feed time, as Milan is suggesting. Well, no, he's saying that anything but those two. So yeah, he probably has a good reason. Let's see, guys. We might have gotten a diamond moose right here. You know, I doubt the server is legit because we basically found it right off the bat, right after joining the server. But I was taking a look at some of the animals and everything looked normal. So maybe it's actually legit level 5, but we'll see. Hello, Mauricio. I'm doing very good. How are you, brother? A hug from Chile. I appreciate that. I also sent you a hug from Mexico. Nice to see you here. So what do you think, guys? Do you think this moose is gonna make diamond? Not sure if you saw the rack, but it is one of the racks that can troll, as far as I'm concerned. So could troll, could be diamond as well. You know, he had brow times, which is an advantage. Just taking a look at the blood. Not seeing the blood trail. Yeah, the 8 to 11 zones for the pheasants tend to be consistent. The 8 to 11 feed time. That's the one I was using mainly during my Hirschfelden grind. So let's see, no signs of this moose. Just looking for the blood. Think it's gonna be a diamond, hopefully frostbite. Would be the first diamond of the stream. This is the track. By the way guys, what do you think of the stream quality? Has it been lagging any? Is the audio quality good? Alright, here's the blood. Finally, it was actually viral. That's good. Just trying to figure where he ran to. Ran perfectly for me. That is good to hear, Mr. Warhawk. Great to hear there's been no internet strokes this time. And there he is. So level 5 moose, guys. Level 5 moose. Could be troll, you know, this rack can troll, I know it. But, in my opinion, I think it's gonna make it because the brow times seem to be very decent size. What do you think? Do you think it's gonna make it? Look, take a look at the rack. He's wide, eh? Like, there's a lot of distance between both antlers, which is normally a good sign. But we'll see. Glad to hear, Frostbite. Hey Philip, welcome to the stream. Doing good, brother, how are you? Thank you for joining us. It's nice to see you, it doesn't matter if it's late. You think there is a 276.12, Mr. Warhawk? Hopefully, that would make it diamond. For me it gets blurry sometimes, but I do live on the other side of the world. That makes sense, Milan. You know, as long as it is watchable, that's what matters. 277.36. Two very good guesses. I also think it's gonna score in the high 270s. So let's see a score. 273.97. He trolled, guys. Damn, William. William almost nailed it. 273.86. Damn. Yeah, he ended up being a troll. Not a hard shot. That was close from being a hard shot, but maybe not enough penetration right there. Yeah, not happy about this one, guys. We ended up getting trolled by a moose. Well, that's disappointing. You know, unfortunately, the moose is not part of this golds only competition, so yeah, not the kind of troll we needed. Now let's go and let's try to actually find some black roses and copper kellys. We'll see. Sounds great, Philip. Wish you luck on the grind, brother. Hopefully you can spawn that great one soon. Yeah, he was super close. But man, the moose are very common trolls. You know, at this point I think I've gotten way more troll moose than diamonds. Look, we're gonna go to this part of the map. You know, this area tends to be very good for the upland birds, including the hazel grouses. William knows his bulls, yeah. he definitely knows the moose well. There is a whitetail. Nothing huge. And there's a black rose warning call over there. Will hopefully lead us to something huge. Hopefully to a huge level 2. I am getting more level 4 diamonds than level 5s. Most level 5s have trolled. That is interesting, Philip. More level 4s than level 5s is crazy. Look, there's a black rose, tiny level 2. There are another 2 right there. One with a top estimate of 121. Could be big, who knows? And I wanna think there's a 4th one somewhere, because we have managed to spot only 3. But maybe there are only 3. Yeah. We're gonna focus on the one with a top estimate of 121. Could be promising. Let's see. We are gonna start flying. We hit one, not a big one though. Now we did. And that is actually gonna drop all 3. I think I heard another, eh? Look, over there. Gonna use the binos. He is flying that way. Damn. He went behind that pine and I couldn't see it. But I think it was also a black rose. My woodcock scored 39.8, not too bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Very close from 40. This one is a 111.35. This one is a 114.8. Hopefully not the one that had the promising estimate. And this one is a 113.37. So the one that had a score of 114 was actually the promising one, quote unquote. However, I'm pretty sure I saw another over there. Or was it at Hazel? Maybe it was at Hazel. Hold on a second, I just heard another black rose, guys. We need a big gold for the competition. I think I see it. Look. It is right there. 114 top estimate, tiny. Bro. What are your 3 favorite species to hunt? My 3 favorite species to hunt are the willow ptarmigan here on Revontuli Coast, frostbite, also the woodcock. You know, I really enjoy hunting woodcocks on Scotland as well. You know, I would say the hazel grouse is also very fun here on Revontuli Coast. Oh, that is a good question, eh? You know, I know that the willow ptarmigan is my favorite, no doubt. But not entirely sure about the others. You know, I would say willow ptarmigan, woodcock, and yeah, the hazel grouse. I just love the upland birds. Well, I would say I really enjoy hunting the snow leopards as well. So yeah, let's replace the woodcock for the snow leopard actually. It would be willow ptarmigans, snow leopards, and hazel grouses. Not the warhogs, Mr. Warhog. Yeah, I wish I liked the warhogs more, but they look like crap, to be completely honest. Okay, this is a max estimate capercaillie. It is right here. From the hip, we hit it, and it is still flying. We didn't spot it. Now we did, and it's just a level 2, okay. 3 to 4 trophy estimate. Could be huge, hopefully above 4.5, but I doubt it, guys. Got a random Mela fallow bug on field in front of a lodge on Hirschfelden right now. That's crazy, Milan. 4.28, okay. Not huge. Yeah, that's crazy. Melanistic fallow during on Hirschfelden. That's a dream. So what about you guys? What are your 3 favorite species to hunt here in the Hunter Call of the Wild? What are the 3 species you like the most on this game? Look at the whitetail. There's a black rose over there, okay. 105 to estimate, are you kidding me? Yeah, apparently only the babies are out today. 117, 115 to estimate. There's nothing truly promising. Can we play together? Jane, if you wanna join the server on which I am playing at the moment, there you can see a host. So yeah, you can join the same session on which I'm playing if you want. Let's see. We spotted 3 black browses. Again, I wanna think there's a 4th one. Because usually the flocks have 4 males. Look, there's 117 to estimate. 105 to estimate, that is the baby. There was a 3rd one. It's probably also hiding over there. But yeah. Let's focus on the one where I estimate of up to 117. They are flying. He's down. The baby is also flying. He exploded. Let's hear a score of this one. 112.93, okay. So that one was tiny. And of course the baby is also gonna be tiny. May even be a silver, eh? That would be a rare. Yeah, 104.94. A silver black rose. You know, it may not look special, but getting a black rose below the gold score is actually quite rare. Yeah, that's cool. And apparently we're suffering some connection issues with the host at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, look at that ping. Above 1,000, not a good sign, guys. What is the map? We're currently playing on Revontuli Coast. Snow leopards, tigers, and willow ptarmigan. That is a very nice lineup, Mr. Rahot. Not too different from my 3 favorites. Wild boars, pheasants, and dogs. Nice, Milan. Yeah, I also love hunting the dogs. They are a lot of fun. Red deer because they are huge. The bears and probably crocodiles or alligators. Those are all very nice species, William. You know, personally, I like the crocodiles way more than the alligators, but yeah, the gators are also quite unique. But I really like hunting what I feel today. Like, I'm feeling like hunting pronghorn today. Let me hunt them. I say Milan. Yeah, you know, I think I'm probably similar to that. Like sometimes, you know, you wake up feeling like hunting crocodiles, like you go hunting crocodiles. Yeah, I would say I'm similar, so I totally understand. My favorite is a tiger. The animations they gave him and the sounds give me goosebumps. Yeah, the tigers are super cool. The tigers and the leopards, they are both very nice. And I love how many fur types the tiger have as well. Let's see if we can find a big bird to finish the stream, guys. Something like a big gold for the competition. That would be sick. some keys. There's a level 5. Alright. He's getting far. So level 5 keys. Another chance at getting a diamond during this stream. Guys, he's getting far. It's gonna be hard to hear it, eh? Gonna be complicated. Bro. You know, I wanna think they are gonna land. Damn, we got disconnected. Forget about it, guys. Just lost connection to the server. As you can see, 0 ping. Which means we'll have to go to another one. And we're probably gonna lose that quiz. I like hunting the mule deer. When you see a huge diamond rock, they are so pretty. And the rares are beautiful as well. Yeah, I completely agree, Philip. The mule deer rocks are super cool, and the new rares especially, they are very nice as well. We could go in. We could go to Tornashin. Look, go to Tornashin. We're gonna go to a place that is loaded with copper kellies, and we're gonna try to get a huge level 2 there. To finish the stream. Well, as long as it let us connect to the session, because it's not letting us. You know, guys, the next stream we do participating on this competition, I think we're gonna do it on single player, eh? Because our Revontuli Coast map is mostly fresh. So yeah, we are probably gonna have some nice trophies there, some nice goals. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna let us connect to a session, unfortunately, guys. The connection issues during playing multiplayer today have been something. Our hunts have been really interrupted by connection issues, I mean. So yeah. We managed to get a really big woodcock. Well, not super big, but big enough to put it on the competition. As you can see, we needed something like a 754 plus Willow Ptarmigan to actually be able to compete for the first place. We got a 720. For the woodcock, we got a 37 plus. The biggest one was a 40.05, I think it is. So still far. We couldn't get a red grouse. We couldn't get a big black grouse. And we couldn't get a big copper kelly. So let's see. We still have some time. We can go try to join a different Tornashin server. And as I was saying, we're gonna go to a place that has a lot of copper kellys. Like, that is the best place to hunt copper kellys on the entire game, guys. Really. Hopefully there we'll actually manage to find a big level 2. Can you guide hunt me later? I'm sorry, brother, but yeah, I'll be busy tonight, and normally whenever I play this game is either to record or to stream, so yeah, I lack the free time to guided hunts at the moment. Look, 69 to estimate, that's decent. Maybe we can pop it here with the 22. It's getting far. Bro. That may be gold, although it won't be huge. My favorite is the whitetail, the mule deer, and the pronghorn. Love those species, Frostbite. Hopefully the whitetail gets a remaster at some point, that would be amazing. I only hunt single player for these competitions, much more freedom. You are so right, Mr. Warhawk. That is the host, Jane. Yeah, honestly, we should have played more single player today because those disconnections have been a pain. $64 top estimate. Although it took me 8 grade 1 mule deer to get the one I wanted. I still don't have a mosaic. Damn. So how many grade 1 mule deer have you gotten without a single mosaic? Philip. But that's nice that you have 8 grade 1 mule deer. That's a lot of grade 1s. Okay, so as I just told you guys, we're gonna go to a place that is normally loaded with capercaillies. This place right here. This place is also very good, but it's mainly this area. Let's see. Miss Exikeia. It's a classic. Let's see. Look, we're gonna go here. The host has a lot of zones. Some roe deer, sika deer, some badger. We're here for the capercaillies. What map are you on? This is Dornashin, Jane. Scotland. And this is the host. Never hunted them there. Is that a good spot? Yeah, Mr. Warhawk, this tends to be a very good spot for the capercaillies. During their feed time mostly. Not sure if we're at their feed time. I don't think it's their feed time. Yeah, I don't recall exactly like when the capercaillies feed, but whenever they are feeding, you normally tend to see quite a number of them right here on these fields. I have gotten 2 Great One Mule Deer since the update, most trying for the rares, but I got a Peral Puff with a big rack on the last one, which I love. Nice. So that one is your favorite combo, Philip. Yeah, that combo is sick, honestly. Hopefully I can get it at some point. This stream has got a new capercaillies here. There are no capercaillies game. Just let me know if they continue. Hello guys, can you hear me now? Just let me know because I just restarted my internet, so hopefully that fixed it. Just give me a second. Just the chat doesn't wanna update inside OBS, so I'm going to YouTube. Okay, so you can hear me now. Okay, good. That may be it. Yeah, it was actually it, King Crab. Because yeah, I was planning to stream for a couple hours. Fortunately, the disconnection came at the very end. But yeah, the internet was a lot of trouble today, mainly while playing multiplayer. So the next time we're gonna focus more on single player, also while doing this competition. And we'll see. You know, we managed to get, I think, 3 goals this time. Not too bad. Nothing particularly huge though, but still some submissions. And yeah, guys, it was very nice to see you. That is the important thing. Very nice to get to chat with you. And we are probably gonna stream this Saturday. This time quite earlier, I mean. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this stream. It was a chill one. And I really hope to see you on the next one, guys. That's right, William. Gonna stream next Saturday. It was nice to see you here, brother. I hope you all have a very good night or evening or morning, depending on where you are. Well, not sure if anyone is in the morning, but yeah. I hope you all have a very good day, guys. It was nice to see you.